I met you on a Thursday, Friday I took you home. Well, Saturday I'm begging you, baby, just leave me alone. You're turning me upside down, pull me to the ground when you shake me, shake me. I'm giving you what you need and I'm begging, please don't break me, love.
I grew up playing computer games back before we had Windows, before we had graphic interfaces, back when we were still stuck on a DOS command line. We didn't use mice, and our monitors had exactly one color. Well, two if you counted black. The story of the Ultima series is as old as computer gaming itself, and it stretches all the way to present day with one of the longest running and most enduring MMORPGs around. And I'm going to take you on the same ride I did from beginning to end. Long years ago, back in caveman time, super nerd Richard Garriott, best known to his friends as Lord British, kept up a hobby of coding his own games, modeled after his tabletop Dungeons & Dragons hobby. The first game was Akalabeth, World of Doom.
Damn, that artwork is badass!
Now, to be honest, I never actually played this game until the late 90s when it came as an extra on the Ultima Collection CD-ROM. See, the Akalabeth was made in 1980 and I wasn't even born yet. Most gamers call Akalabeth Ultima Zero, but really it doesn't have anything to do with the overall Ultima storyline. It's more of an example of Garriott experimenting and perfecting gameplay elements for Ultima 1. The whole thing was coded in BASIC, really the cumulative effort of just one guy bashing out dozens of homebrew games modeled after D&D games that he liked. It's pretty impressive, actually, given the technology and programming language used at the time. Now, before we start, I will admit up front that most of the gameplay footage and still photos you're about to see were taken from various sources I found online. See, I played these games way back in the day, but today they're so old they're actually pretty hard to get footage for, and besides, there's so many games that if I tried to play them all from beginning to end, well, this review would take forever to complete. So I'm not trying to rip anybody off, and I'll try to give credit for the footage wherever I can. When you boot up the game, it asks, "Ready?" And if you say no, it kicks your ass back to the DOS prompt shouting, "Leave and be gone!" What, you booted this game up and you weren't ready? Get the fuck out! There isn't much to the plot. You're a guy who wants to be a knight, so Lord British sends you out to kill 10 monsters to qualify. And that's about the extent of the story. It's sort of like Shadow of the Colossus, without the gameplay, graphics, and anything. So you start out, and the game immediately seems kind of bipolar. "Welcome, foolish mortal!" Sort of like saying, "Come on in, douchebag!" Then the next screen says, "Beware, foolish mortal!" Wow, this game really likes calling me a foolish mortal. Who's saying this stuff anyway? Lord British? What a dick. I don't have to take this crap. I'm here to conquer the world of Doom. Where is the Doom anyway? Excuse me, Mr. Demon, have you seen the Doom? Oh, there it is. Good thing there was a sign there. Your stats are randomly generated, which usually means your character is going to completely suck. I think most people just modify the source code to buff up their stats so they could win. You start out in a general store butt naked with nothing but a sack of 200 gold pieces, and the first thing you'd better buy is some food. If you start off the game with 0 food, you just drop dead from hunger the instant you start the game. I guess it's always good for a laugh. But anyway, Lord British tells you to kill a carrion crawler, so you go to a dungeon, you do it, go back, and he tells you that, well, it was a valiant quest, but still not exactly knight material. So you have to go out and kill something else, like a gremlin. Actually, the gremlins are incredibly annoying motherfuckers in every Ultima game you'll play. Seriously, they're the worst! They steal your food, and I mean, they steal a lot of it. I mean, fucking half of it with every attack. And that's just about the best way to kill you in this game. You know, you're 5 levels deep in a dungeon, some fucking gremlin steals all your food, and you just drop dead instantly from hunger. Oh, and when you kill the gremlin, you don't get the food back. I hate these sons of bitches. It's tremendously frustrating, especially since you're constantly keeping an eye on your dwindling food supply. You're always buying food in these games because you eat with every step you take. It's bullshit. So after a few easy quests, Lord British starts upping the ante, so now you've got to go kill things like a mimic, an orc, and a demon. Wait, what? A demon? With the fire and the wings and the yeah! And after that, he sends you out to kill the fucking Balrog. Seriously? Are you sure? I mean, that thing just killed the greatest wizard in all of Middle-earth, and you want me to just go down and fuck... And you gotta do all this to be a knight around here? Kill a fucking Balrog. Knights in this realm gotta be badass motherfuckers, man. So, after clearing fucking Moria, Lord British finally makes you a knight and calls you a lord, even though the proper honorific for a knight is sir. After the fucking Balrog, he better call me a lord. Then he totally breaks character and tells you to call this phone number to report your amazing feat. Okay. Huh.